You know, our tribes here in this part of the world have a deep history, you know, with this syrup and sap and the trees. In our language, they call them sopomatic, and there's long stories about how they came to us and how this whole process came to be. And it was really unbelievable to think that you're doing something, you know, that's been done on this part of the earth for thousands and thousands of years, and you're doing it pretty much the same way as our old people did. And, you know, it's a small way, I think, to connect with them. It's a small way to like get in tune with them. You know, you can for a brief moment in time kind of see through their eyes a little bit. You know, as you're out there dumping sap in buckets and boiling it and making sugar.
Sugar season is one of the best times of the year because everything is waking up and you're going from winter to spring, and just to get outside, you know, in late winter and start getting everything ready, you know, the fires and hauling sap and all of it is, you know, I just think it kind of just helps get, you know, get your body woken up and getting ready for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think we're probably right at that moment in time now to try to understand what it might look like to produce syrup or sugar, you know, at a level where you're able to make money on it or give back monetarily to the tribe and to the people. I've never really ever sold it and never really thought to think of, you know, growing it commercially.
Yeah.
Well, after seeing, you know, kind of what we've been doing out there with the pilot program with the vacuum tubes, it's, you know, it's tempting to, you know, and that this is something more than just a commercial product. That this is a relative of ours,
Yeah.
you know, and we take great care with it, and we try not to spill it, we not waste it, you know, like we really take the time to do it. And I think if you do it like that, you know, you gain a tremendous respect for it.
Of how do you scale production, but doing it in a way that's respectful
Yeah.
to the food. You know, for balancing it, I did install this year a tubing system with a main line, and I feel like I'm always going to do at least a batch or two with, you know, in kettles with open fire. And part of that is just, it's just fun and tastes better. You get that smoky flavor in it, and if you're going to do some of the modern, make sure you're still doing at least a little bit in the traditional way. And, you know, so I think that's, for me, is part of that balance.
I think if you're going to start something like this, to make sure to try to have that mindset, you know, to really be there and appreciating that tree and all its effort that it's done to be able to do what it's doing, you know, and know the process that it takes to be able to produce this. And, you know, you're interrupting a little bit, you know, we're not trying to take too much and, you know, enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, we used to camp right out there by our trees
Yeah.
when we would boil, and it's a hard work. Yes, it takes a lot of time, but if you stay in the moment, if you stay in the now, you know, it's magical.
You look historically at what our production numbers were, and it's almost mind-boggling to think 150 years ago of how much sugar they were making.
Yeah.
And to see some of that coming back now, it's pretty cool. Because to me, it's something that, as long as you take care of the trees, you know, some years might be good, some years might not be as good, but if you take care of the trees, they're going to be there and help to take care of you and provide